Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Granny B and today I'm going to be reading on how best to use the Mercury retrograde energy, because Mercury retrograde doesn't mean the sky's falling on our heads. It doesn't mean that we've got anything particularly to be worried about. We spend half our life in Mercury retrograde energy. It is situation normal. So I'm going to be using my trusty Rider-Waite. I'm going to be using, let me see, the Energy Oracle and the Osho Zen. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so I've shuffled your cards and I've laid them out, and this is how this is going to work. There will be timestamps down below, that way, in the comments or in the description or both, and it'll point to whichever group that you've chosen. So we have group 1 with the lovely Amethyst, group 2 with the Tiger's Eye, and group 3 with the Fluorite, the green Fluorite. So let's take a moment and breathe in and just focus and see which of these three piles resonates with you for how best to use the Mercury retrograde energy, and then go ahead and make your selection. So here we go for group 1, who chose this lovely Amethyst. How best to use the Mercury retrograde energy. And I'm going to turn these round and start with your Rider-Waite. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles reversed. You might actually need to slow down and take things easier. Oh, but we've got the Wheel of Fortune, that's good. And the King of Cups reversed. Somebody who's a little bit being ruled by their emotions, perhaps. Woman holding a coin, lots of earth energy here. Deceit, not quite sure where that fits in yet. And from the Osho Zen, we've got conditioning, we've got travelling, and we've got guidance. Oh, that's actually quite nice. So let me tune into this here. For the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is one of the slowest moving court cards. The energy really is slow and almost like stuck in a rut, especially when it's reversed. But perhaps you're moving on from that, and perhaps somebody, a male figure, I'm getting masculine energy, in the past that was overbearing and a little bit, well, not the most brilliant person in the world. A bit of a despot, perhaps. This is the energy that you've got to go back and look at and revisit during this Mercury retrograde. Wheel of Fortune's good. Wheel of Fortune means things are on the up, because it's the right way up, it's not reversed, so things are on the up. But perhaps I'm getting water here, so perhaps this is somebody who was overly emotional, too much in touch with their emotions. The King of Cups reverse can also be someone who abuses substances, alcohol perhaps. And then we've got woman holding a coin, so you're focused on your finances, or there's somebody around you or you yourself that's focused on your finances. And perhaps in the past someone hasn't been entirely honest with you, or you haven't been entirely honest with somebody else over finances. There's secrecy, and I'm getting a feeling of grasping and holding on. Now this is traditionally the Devil card, but in this deck it's seen as being conditioning. A wolf being brought up, or a lion being brought up with sheep that thinks that it's one of the sheep when it's not. So perhaps the issues and the hassles that you see with your finances are because you were brought up with a lack mentality, that there was never enough. There was never enough around you. There was never enough, that you could never feel that there was enough, that money was something that was always short. No matter what you did, there was never enough. But I feel that you might just be moving on from that now. Traveling in the present circumstances, in the context of how best to use the energy, means moving from one energy to the next. So perhaps you're coming out of this lack mentality by going back during the Mercury retrograde and looking at it and coming up with what creative ways and means to integrate these aspects of yourself and really look and see who you are. And you're getting guidance. The universe is giving you guidance. That's beautiful. That's lovely. Look at just what a positive, happy, lovely card that is. And again, water energy. I'm seeing water energy. And it doesn't necessarily follow that means that you're a water sign or got water sign in your chart. It means that that's the energy that you're flowing at the moment, the energy that you're putting out, or the energy that the universe is seeing from you. I'm getting a clearer picture. So we've got this feeling stuck, not being able to move on, and feeling stuck to do with your finances, your financial situation. So perhaps you've been trying very hard to manifest financial freedom and money and all the good things in life that comes with the Pentacles suit. And you've been finding it very difficult to manifest them because in your past there was a very strict masculine energy that could have been male or female, but very strict masculine energy that was a bit of a despot, that ruled with an iron hand, iron fist, and wasn't entirely honest with you about money. You've had the ups and you've had the downs, and at the moment it's pretty much on the up. But because of your conditioning, you're finding it really difficult to get rid of the lack mentality, even though you can move forward out of it if you choose to use the guidance that's around you now. I like this energy. This is very clear, very concise. And right, I'm just going to use my little mini Rider-Waite and get an overall. I mean, I think we're there. I think we've got the picture now of how best to use it. Use the guidance to move forward. Yeah, the Ace of Swords is reversed there, so, and now we've got the Queen of Cups to match the King of Cups. So it's something that's been going on for a long time, and the Knight of Swords is reversed. So you can make forward progress. Yes, you can. There's the Three of Wands. You can make progress from this reversed Ace of Swords, feeling stuck with the New Start, to the tiny little Four of Cups here, where you're not seeing clearly how you can move forward and you're stuck, almost like a sulking child. I feel here, being offered sweets and gifts and presents from all around you. And I don't know why I haven't got enough money. It doesn't make sense that I've not got enough money. And here the energy is allowing you to get unstuck more gradually than you want, but that's then going to allow you to move forward. So that's all I have for you, Group 1, my lovely amethysts. And if you like this video, then give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe and comment below if I hit anything on the head for you. And I'm just going to clear these up and we'll get on to Group 2. So here we are, Group 2, for everyone who chose the Tiger's Eye. Interesting thing about Tiger's Eye that I have just been told to tell you is that it will let you see the truth. The truth will be told you when you wear or carry Tiger's Eye. So let's just see if we can get to the truth of how best for you to use the Mercury retrograde energy. Page of Swords. It's actually quite fast, but it's air energy. The Lover's reversed. Maybe this one is a relationship one. Temperance, also in the reverse. The Hanged Man also in the reverse. And where we got from your oracle cards, Yin Yang, which is balance. 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, and mind. And going with the flow and breakthrough. Oh, what a lovely card for the outcome here. So, what have we got? We've got the Page of Wands, air energy. So you might be an air sign overall. Possible. I mean, I've got some water here as well, but it might not just be your star sign. It might just be the energy that you're dealing with. So you might be dealing with very Libra, Gemini. Oh, I don't know. I'm not getting... Yep. So the Lovers in reverse. A choice, a decision. And a choice and a decision that you've been going backwards and forwards on. I don't actually think this is a love decision. I think this is more about who you are and the awakening process with the breakthrough card at the end. And Temperance here is finding a balance. Feet on the ground and head in the clouds, perhaps. And having to see things from a new perspective, being forced to see things from a new perspective, with the Hanged Man being reverse here. And Yin Yang also balance, and balancing the masculine and the feminine energy, and balancing spiritual life with family life and spiritual life with work life. Crown chakra, as well, you see, it is, I'm sure it's an awakening, but you're fighting against it. So perhaps what you've got to go, what you've got to do during this Mercury retrograde is go back in to your meditative practices that you used to do, and get back into the flow of where you were when it was working, before some of your self-doubts and fears stopped you from going with that flow to achieve the breakthrough. So perhaps it is nearly picked up the wrong deck there. I need to get some more clarification on this. Okay. Very logical. That's why I'm seeing the air energy here. For someone who's extremely logical and scientific, to start going through a spiritual awakening is not the easiest time in the world for them, and it's not the easiest personality that can actually deal with their rational, logical mind and go with the flow for long enough to come through and have a breakthrough. So perhaps going back to the logical, rational mind and, well, you're telling it to shut up. Because until you can tell it to shut up, you're not going to get to the happy balance. It's always going to be, I mean, the sun's always a positive card, whether it's reversed or upright. It's always a massively positive card, but it's slightly shaded. I mean, like the winter solstice sun, you can't get to that point where you're flowing the absolute maximum that you could be flowing unless you deal with your logical, rational mind and tell it to shut up. And then you can break back through the crown chakra and have your breakthrough and do the spiritual awakening thing and go with the flow. Don't let your rational, logical mind rob you from getting to the point where you can have that breakthrough, because it's there. It's these cards being reversed say to me, it's there, it's nearly, but you're just not quite letting yourself get there. So yeah, during this Mercury retrograde, it would be a good idea to go back into a meditative practice that you used to do that felt more balanced, which will allow you to have the creativity and the creative side of your mind to flow more than the logical side of your mind, to lead you through to the breakthrough. And I know I've used that one, but I am going to pull you some of the mini Rider-Waite's just to make sure I'm on the right path and on the right track. And sorry, these are really difficult to shuffle because they are that tiny. So I'm not shuffling them off camera deliberately. I was shuffling them because they're difficult to handle. Well, let's see which ones want to come out. Nope, none of those. Try again. Ah, that one does. Death reversed. It's a change, a transformation. And you've got the aces here, you've got the new starts, you've got the almost there. So, you know, the Mercury retrograde energy might just be a great time. And here, yep, if you go back and you go through the transformation and change, you'll end up with the Knight of Swords and you'll be charging ahead and you'll get this breakthrough. And you'll become far more intuitive and deeply connected and healing, like the Queen of Cups is, rather than the Queen of Swords reversed, who's stuck in the logical mind and can't see that it might not be the best way forward. So I hope that resonated for you. Tiger's Eye group 2, and if you liked it, give it a big old thumbs up in the comment and comment below, and subscribe to the channel if you feel like doing so. And I will see you in the next one. So my group 3s that chose the fluorite, the green fluorite, heart chakra stone, definitely a heart chakra stone. It brings order to chaos. It'll let you capture scattered emotions and thoughts and energies, actually very Mercury retrograde energy, and bring order to that chaos. So let's see what we've got. Change the order of these, and let's do your tarot first. So what have we got? 9 of Pentacles reversed, Earth sign, Earth energy, 10 of Wands reversed, we've got the Death card reversed, and we've got the World reversed. Everything's reversed today. But then you think about it, that's Mercury energy in a nutshell. Everything's on its head, upside down. And what have we got for your energy oracles? Third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, and man holding a coin. Yeah, overall we got more earth energy than anything else here. Moment to moment, existence, beautiful card. And fighting, that was reversed, but I don't read reverses in that deck. And actually cards shouldn't have turned up reversed in that deck, which is really quite strange. As I say, Mercury energy. So there's something in your financial world that is feeling like it's stuck, it's blocked, it's almost there. I just get the impression that it's sluggish moving, and it's something that you wanted to happen, something that you've been working towards. And yeah, solar plexus. So it feels as if the energy's blocked there and it's not quite coming up to the next chakra, which is the heart chakra, which is the next, yeah. And then the burden that you've been carrying, I mean, you can still go on because it's reversed, you can still do it, but it just feels like, why even bother? The energy that I'm feeling around you is not so much yeah, come on, go get her, let's go for it. It's, I give in, I give up, I've had enough. And you might have even been a wee bit on the depressed side, because you know that there's a new start, you know that there's change, and you got some success, but it didn't feel as if it was everything it was all cut out to be. So, you know, you were, I think, disappointed by it. I mean, high energy major arcana cards here. And going from solar plexus, where you had the achievements but it wasn't quite enough, into a new cycle, and yeah, not even perhaps the new cycle yet, but it will be, where you're still feeling stuck and your goals aren't quite manifesting, and when they do, it's not quite what you asked for, and you are really starting to wonder why bother. So in this Mercury retrograde, the best way to move forward, I think, is to, instead of focusing entirely on the future, come back into living in the moment, living moment to moment, and meditating and just being in the moment and existing, and letting go of this energy of fighting and striving and trying to achieve this, because what you want is this, and what you want is this, and the transformation and change, because that's very, very seldom a physical death. There are other cards in the deck that mean that this is the end of a situation, the beginning of a new one, and you don't want it to come with delays and struggles and burdens and all the rest of it that's turning up here. You want it to just flow, and it feels like you've been fighting for it so hard that the fight's all just gone out of you. And I am yeah, I'll use the Osho because I've put the cards back, a lot of them. And just to clarify how best to use it to get the outcome that you're actually wanting. Well, got a jumper. Turning in, yep, as I'm saying, it's meditation, it's going inwards, it's letting go of the frustration that this delay and burden and stuck in the rut has caused, and turning in and meditating and getting centered and focused in the now rather than projecting forward into the future. I'm just gonna see if I'm on the right track here with my little tiny miniature Rider-Waite's. Which are very difficult to shuffle because they are so tiny. Some people have problems with big cards. I don't. I have problems with little. See, we've got Temperance and we've got the Star. And we've got the Eight of Cups. So you are going to be moving out of the situation that's brought you disappointment, and you are going to be able to move forward. And we've got the Magician, and the Magician's still in the reverse, but you know, this energy is still very new, moving out of this stuck towards something better by turning in and meditating. So you will then start to be able to manifest. It's not going to be hugely fast traveling, hugely, you know, snap your fingers and it's done when you first start getting to that point, but at least you're going to be able to move forward. At least you're going to be able to move out of this point at which it's almost forced stick, that all the circumstances around you seem to be pressing in on you and making it feel like you're completely stuck, when actually most of it is all about living moment to moment and becoming this steady moving forward growth earth energy, pentacle energy, towards letting go of your burdens and dropping them by turning in, going into existence. Yes, the world was reversed, I forgot to put it back that way. And stopping the fight and just existing and being moment to moment. So that's all I have for you, group 3. I think I've drawn a complete picture there. And if you liked it, a thumbs up, comment below if it resonated, and maybe even give my channel some love by subscribing. And thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.